You know, every time we think, or I think we're done with Bleach, there turns out to just be a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I mean, we've already done Soul Resurrection, we've done Versus Crusade, and we also did Shatterblade, and all of the Heat to Soul series. But now, dude, there's more. I'm just convinced there's always more at this point in time. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's
Brandon,
right.
why don't you intro us, or why don't you give us an introduction to what this game is?
I want to highlight that I was circling around that text blurb there because it was a lie. I believe that's actually the blurb for Shattered Blade because it mentions connectivity with the DS games, which were not out at the time, and which was also advertised but a lie.
Yeah, I can see. Also, wow, I didn't know you can zoom in so hard on that custom homebrew Wii menu. That's interesting. Huh.
I mean, we've only used this once, but I'm just really amazed at PP. I'm just amazed that it actually downloads the actual box art.
Yeah, I'm surprised people upload all of those. Holy shit. Wow. This really is a prequel to Shattered Blade. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We're finishing off the Bleach Nintendo Home Console series.
This is so
Yes.
surreal.
Yes, it's actually called that on the wiki. This game is kinda fucky, which you'll see why very shortly.
Indeed,
And
we
why,
will.
and why, if I'm perfectly honest, I actually prefer how Shattered Blade plays. Fight me. But that cover is great, though.
Yeah. All right, guys. What's up? Bob and Brandon here. Welcome to Holy Shit. Wow, that is a much different intro than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so
This
what's
is a
up? Welcome back
Gamecube
to
game. It
a
doesn't
new
have
Bleach
Wii
Let's
covers.
Play. Yeah, that was. You know what? I guess that is understandable. So, welcome to a new Bleach game. You know what?
For the record, I didn't put that there. That was downloaded automatically with the box art.
Okay, that was my assumption. I didn't think you had to know how to mod it that well. That caught me off guard completely.
That, and I would not have put a picture of that there. We're getting an animated opening with a song that is most likely muted.
Yeah, probably. Well, if this is an actual anime intro, then yeah, probably gonna be muted.
It's just clips from the anime. It's like the Shattered Blade intro. You know,
Yeah.
basically in the same vein as the Clash openings.
Also, I'm having this realization while we were going through that intro. I think we might be the channel that have actually done the most playthroughs for Bleach games in general at this point in time. Because, like, you see people tackle sometimes Shatterblade, a lot of times Soul Resurrection, but, like, I've never even seen anyone tackle all of the Heat to Soul games. I think we're, like, the first ones to really pull that off. I think so.
Without a doubt. I can pretty much guarantee you that in terms of an actual Let's Play, we're definitely the first people to do this game.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, we should probably get this out of the way early. We have some safe for work dick sucking to do, or at least in your words.
This might actually do well because this game is based around everyone's favorite arc. You know, the one where everyone says it's one of the best arcs in shonen history, and then afterwards Bleach got bad. You know how that anti-internet be around circa 2010 or 12.
Where they literally don't know what they want half the time. Yeah, I understand how that went.
Where Soul Society is the best thing ever, then everything else is gutter trash.
Pretty much. So, Alex, goddamn, I didn't think that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. Yes, we have a buddy of ours in Discord in the comment section to thank for this, because without him, I would never have been able to find this ISO. Believe me, I have been trying for years. And he just drops the link on me out of nowhere.
Where do you get the link from anyway?
Archive.org.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't heard of prior.
Damn, I'm already getting hit with that Heat to Soul vibes. Holy shit.
Yeah, especially 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because this game came out in 2005. This is the first home console game.
Shit, that's a really weird thought to have. Goddamn.
Yeah. Which is why also the pacing is going to be a little weird, and so will the presentation be.
I missed it. You went through that pretty quickly. Did you just select the story mode? Because I assume we're already doing it. Okay.
Yes, I went into... I recorded these in one at a time. I went into the Ichigo story.
Okay. That said, though, the fact that we're doing this once again on an actual console and not PSP, wow, these... Sorry, I guess I'm just not used to actual, like, DVD quality, like, Bleach stills, because this is just blowing me away with how actual the sharpness of this.
And that shot of Ichigo looking like a zombie.
Yeah. 60 frames per second slides. Wow, that's kind of nuts.
It wasn't really a limit at the time.
I know, it's just funny to look at.
That. But the backing stills are actually stills from the anime. Until you get stuff like this and the production value drops through the floor, I don't think that's much of a problem, really.
Yeah, and Orihime once again doesn't have boobs, but has literally just air balloons installed inside her t-shirt.
Of inconsistent sizes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, we just dropped out of nowhere in Soul Society. Where are we dropping, boys?
Opening. Thank you, game. I would never have known it was that if you didn't tell me.
Just dropped out of the battle bus.
Yeah.
And everyone is... No, it's not. I was going to say, is this our first time actually tackling the Soul Society game? It's like, no, we've done it twice, but...
He did Soul 3, yeah.
And 2.
And I guess if you kind of want to qualify it, maybe a little bit Shatterblade, because it was like a direct sequel to it.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Shatterblade is a Wii outfitted port of this game with added and removed content, believe it or not.
Yeah, actually, hey, hold on a quick second. This game is just straight using music from the anime.
Yes.
Wow.
It is. You're gonna hear that comedy soundtrack a lot. Like a lot.
Like I vaguely heard it from a little bit ago with like the ominous anime intro theme. I was just like, maybe it's a one-off. I don't know. Nope, we're still using it. Okay. Damn,
the whole story mode is outfitted with Bleach OST 1, which is from the beginning of the series through Soul Society, through the end of Soul Society. So I don't think that'll be a problem. But
yeah, no, I really don't think anyone's gonna really bat an eye. Like, I see more people using Bleach music too, and it doesn't get picked up by YouTube copyright, so I think it'll be whatever. It's fine. And even then, I can take a few copyright hits, or I just notice this doesn't get monetized, whatever. Damn.
Yep.
So remind me, did Shadowblade run on full 60?
I actually am not sure. From memory, I don't think it did.
Yeah, it just looks a lot smoother than I am remembering offhand, so I'm just wondering about that.
Yes.
Anyway, so we should probably get this out of the way too. Brandon is the one completely humming this up. I have literally no experience with this game whatsoever. Hence the part that you've been trying to find an ISO of this game forever, and Alex just kind of dropped it. So as a result, Brandon was the one leading us off. So I'm assuming this takes a lot of design inspiration just straight from Shatterblade.
Other way around, but no, not exactly. This sort of tries to actually be a fighting game. You move more or less on a 2D plane with Tekken-style up and down movement, as opposed to Shatterblade, where you have Soul Calibur movement.
Really? So you had to double tap up and down in order to go into the foreground and background?
No, Yes, actually, I think. Because I think just pressing up is just a jump.
Interesting.
But also, you might notice that this absolutely hideous HUD.
Yeah.
And how the health bars overlap each other, and I think that's disgusting.
I appreciate the attempt at being creative, but there's a point where you gotta be like, yeah, let's roll it back. I don't know if I can see the IS, the fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Interlace, like, lines going up and down, some of like the objects in the background. It's not in the recording itself. This happened before with Grand Adventure, I think, with the Wii U.
Yeah, so that's something to mention also. I'm playing an ISO of this game through Nintendo on the Wii U's backwards compatibility with the Wii. Because, most of the time I still prefer to record console games on an actual console, even if it means you're not going to get the best fidelity out of them.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, sometimes you just gotta record console in order to get the best performance out of it, and it's also just reliable. You don't have to worry about, like, suddenly an update hitting your computer in the background and that slows everything down to a crawl.
Yeah, that happened to me once, I wasn't fond of it.
Yeah.
Every single fight in this game has an opening and closing card with a title narrated by the characters that participate in the fight. So you had Ganju just there saying "See you under a firework," and in the end you'll also have Yumichika saying "See you under a firework" to close out the fight.
Yeah.
I just think that's a neat detail that they don't do in anything else ever.
This might sound weird, but I'm almost starting to feel like a lot of these .pngs were actually used in Heat the Soul. I'm starting to think that might be the case.
No, because they were developed by different companies, so they can't do it quite like that. They make similar assets, though. And there are a lot of stages you're going to see here that also aren't in Shattered Blade or Versus Crusade, like this stage, which is one that I like, but didn't continue into the future games.
Huh.
Yeah, this is when Yumichika was chasing Ganju, who was running away, and this area is actually a garbage pit.
Yeah, and Ganju crawls out of that hole in the background, yeah.
Yeah, they fall into a pit of trash bags. I think it's really funny.
It was pretty decent, yeah.
So right now we're just playing out in brief and in basic events of the Soul Society arc. And they make you play as some characters that are bad, and Ganju is possibly one of the worst characters in the game. If I wasn't cutting out deaths, then we would spend easily 15 minutes with just Ganju. Not now,
Ouch.
but later.
Yeah, thanks for editing out the deaths so that way we can get through this a little bit quicker. But that said, this is still an hour of Ichigo story. That's impressive.
Believe me, it's like 80% dialogue, 20% fight.
That's fair. Oh,
Also,
hello, blue hair Yoruichi. How I've missed you.
Yes, this game uses manga colors, and we're going to see plenty of it, especially towards the back end of the game.
Yeah, if this is a 2005 game, then there's a non-zero chance that this might have actually possibly predated Yoruichi's debut. Maybe.
It definitely predated the end of the Soul Society arc in the anime, because the anime started in 2004, and Soul Society wouldn't have ended until 2006, give or take.
Yeah.
Because 2006 was also when the Bound arc was happening directly after.
Yeah, it adds up.
So the mechanics of this game are a little weird. I'll try to get into it more during the next actual fight. But suffice to say, this is a game I don't think you would like, and I mean that even less than Shattered Blade. Its controls are slightly more conventional, but it's a fighting game on the Gamecube controller.
Yeah, I find that a lot of fighting games made for the GameCube do at least feel like they kind of adapt themselves to being used on a GameCube controller. Like, Clash Ninja is pretty fucking good for it. But, yeah, there's probably a reason why there's not a lot of them already existing on the GameCube as it is.
I just don't like my guard button being on the B button.
I imagine that being weird, yeah.
Because it's small and out of the way, and you're not going to immediately think to press that button very often.
Rather be on the B button than one of the fat triggers.
Well, yes, but in an ideal world, it would just be on the back button.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, you can do all the same functional controls with the D-pad as with the stick, but since it's the GameCube, you're going to be using the stick.
Yeah, since if you want to use D-pad, you have to reach your thumb 5 miles south in order to hit that. Whoa, also, hello, Visor Renji. Wow, you're a rarity.
He was still wearing it up to this point. He didn't
was
switch
he?
to the headband
I thought
yet.
he banned it for the second round, was just going to bandana. No, sorry,
he had the one...
to be technical.
He had the visor in the very beginning. Ichigo broke it. He bought another one. Ichigo breaks it again during this fight. And then he goes to the headband forever afterwards. Because it's actually a plot
And not
point
start racking
in-
up Mayuri's service fees over and over again.
That actually makes a point that these things are really expensive, like almost a month's salary. So he's like, okay, I can't keep buying them. I
Yeah.
can't keep buying these every time some jackass breaks them. It's a plot point of the omakes.
I can only hope that captains are paid well once he gets promoted to that rank.
That has not and probably will not happen.
Yeah, so society
You know, he
definitely
likes-
needs to unionize. Too bad Yamamoto was not gonna let that happen.
He likes his place where it is. He's fine with just being a lieutenant.
He's seen,
It means
yeah,
he
yep.
has, it means he has less paperwork to do.
I was also gonna say Yamamoto seems definitely like a very stalwart Republican. I don't imagine he's ever gonna let everyone unionize.
Okay, so your guard is on the B button.
Mm-hmm.
You attack with A and X. I think I'm not quite sure. It's either A and X or A and Y. And you have an up attack, a down attack, and a forward attack on either button.
So this is definitely sounding a lot like very familiar territory like we have with Shadow Blade. So that's at least a good design ethos they brought to the sequel. Damn, he exploded.
Yep. If you hold the R trigger while doing one of your attack buttons, you'll get I think it is A and X. You'll get a pseudo special attack like Getsuga Tensho or a big swing, and that costs a little bit of meter. You charge by holding you charge your meter by holding L and R at the same time. If you press the Y button, you activate a slowdown field where your opponent gets stunned and can't do anything for 3 to 5 seconds. In which case, at which point you can just destroy your opponent. They literally can't move.
Yeah, that seems a little nuts.
It is. People thought that the guard break in Revolution was bad. No, fuck that. That doesn't even
Which
hold a
Revolution?
candle.
Storm?
Storm Revolution.
Okay, yeah.
People thought that was bad. No, it doesn't. It doesn't compare in the slightest. So they're vulnerable for like 5 seconds, at which point you can do a combo on them, or you can just straight up launch your ultimate and they have no way to stop you.
So, do you know offhand if this is the first Bleach? Is this the first Bleach fighting game, or is this the second one after Heat the Soul?
This would have been the very second one after Heat the Soul 1.
Okay, and it's definitely not running the same game engine whatsoever. So, I mean, different developers, duh. But I imagine that, like, with how cheap the time stop seems to be, like, there's got to be like a different. I imagine developers probably wanted you to consider using the meter for that or some other sort of function. But I mean, considering how hard this game already was to even just acquire, let alone try to do anything with, I imagine no one's ever posted guides for this whatsoever. So I imagine a lot of things would have to be found through happenstance. Also, lol.
Yeah, and once I remember that, oh wait, I have the time stop, and that I have an ultimate attack. You're gonna see me using that a lot because this game definitely expects you to use it a lot. Because otherwise, you're gonna get hit by it a lot, so it's gonna come up no matter what anyway.
So basically,
And
you use it
will
or your
lose.
opponent uses it.
Yeah, but it costs meter. So do all of your mini specials, your level 1s, as it were. And your level 3, so everything is always costing meter, so it's a risk reward, or there's a balance to it, maybe.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
my
this is the
thought.
fight-
Wow, Kyoku's fucking playable early in a fighting game. Damn.
Yep, they have basically the whole cast of the Soul Society with minimal exceptions here.
That was insane. This might have happened even before the fight with him and Yamamoto. Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure it did. But we're not gonna see every single event that happens in Soul Society. This story is a bit more focused.
Seems like it. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably also ask this. Holy fuck, they showed up early. I should have asked this a little bit earlier. So, basically the story mode of this game is divided between 3 main characters with their own chapters, which is obviously Ichigo, Renji, and Byakuya. But we're focusing on Ichigo's story here, but it's definitely there's a lot more characters playable outside of just Ichigo himself. So like, Where exactly would
Arcade
this
modes.
be going?
Characters that you can unlock for arcade modes. These are your special animations.
Oh my
You
god,
don't
this is so
transform?
Tag Force.
Yeah, you don't have transformations in this game. There are no transformations at all, period. You just have specialized attack animations. And yeah, they are very Tag Force.